This is going to be a mix-up city. The Raven is going to try and focus on his air-to-ground combos, trying to catch Leo's high-low blocks, while Limbo is going to try and catch these left-right blocks with all of Leo's abilities to get around people. And already we're seeing Babbaloo hold fast on his area, but Limbo getting a solid hit and starting into the combos, right into the super, and that just brings down the match right back to even. That is probably one of the scariest things about playing Leo, because all of his hits take quite a bit to actually take hold. Raven can just utilize the pain taking and move forward through it even with super, as we just saw. But Limbo brought it right back. Didn't phase him any, and he moved right through it, catching the counter right into the back facing super. And already we're seeing him do the classic Raka moves of Leo, going back and forth, left and right on top of Babbaloo. Nope. And Babbaloo's getting in a couple of good hits, and they're starting to trade blows. But Limbo's keeping a solid lead. But as I say that, the Babbaloo puts Limbo right in the corner, and there's a lot of pressure. Limbo's trying to get out of there. Limbo does get out of the corner, luckily, but he's right back into that pressure string. The air ball not putting anything on Leo, but now he's suddenly losing, and he is in the corner. He's gets the counter hits and gets out of that corner, catching those counter hits left and right there, and the ball is right behind him. Shoryuken's out, and they are both sitting on a hair of life, and Limbo's throwing out the Limbo fireballs and Roman cancels right into an aerial, catching Babbaloo, and that's going to be the first game pretty decisively for Limbo. Rocking that Washington Wizards hat, trying to blend in with the crowd, because Seattle doesn't have a basketball team, so got to cheer for someone. Hopefully the Sonics come back someday. This is going to be the best of 5, and already we're seeing Limbo doing some really good things. Already utilizing his dashes to try and put pressure, but Babbaloo catches one of the dash-ins and puts him right into the corner, and suddenly Leo is sitting in a very bad position. But he's able to catch the left-right counter hit on him, but Babbaloo moves quickly and bursts out. That's a pretty strong burst, actually. Puts him right back in the other corner. That Limbo getting a fantastic grab right there, and he keeps him in the corner, but he's sitting at about a third of the life that Raven currently has, and that's going to be a lot of damage, and that's going to actually end that duel right there. Babbaloo getting in far too much damage in the beginning for Limbo to be playing that trading game that he was, and already Babbaloo's starting to feel his way out with this new person in Limbo. Every time he started to come in, he's starting to catch those moves more and more, but Leo's starting to find the small points through, and Babbaloo getting off a raw super onto Leo, and already we're seeing a large difference from the first game. The biggest of this is that Babbaloo is finding these cracks in Limbo's defense very, very well. Limbo is finding these left-right mix-ups very well and putting on some amazing damage, but Babbaloo's starting to catch back up to him slowly but surely. Both of them Roman canceling to try and avoid whatever was coming at them at that point in time. But Babbaloo is immediately on the offensive, but gets caught out with a crouching punch, and that is a easy finish to that duel for Limbo. And already we're seeing we're seeing these two start to learn from each other, and that is a fantastic thing to see. Limbo's starting to see where Raven's best tools are at and how to get around them, while Babbaloo is actually learning how to stay out of that Leo's range. Gets caught by the counter right there, actually, and immediately gets thrown on a lot of damage gets thrown onto him. A grab to reset Babbaloo, and we are seeing some corner pressure get put on by Limbo. And that is a dizzy, and he's going to try and finish this one out, but there's the burst on deck, and Babbaloo actually gets out of that, but he's sitting on a very low amount of life. And we're going to see what he can try and do out of this. But and luckily he's putting on some really strong damage right here. And catches the aerial mix-up and puts another ball and goes into another 50-50. And here we go. Babbaloo trying to gain more damage off of his pain meter, but isn't able to collect anything. And Limbo taking another round. And we're looking at match point for Leo right now. Limbo's playing fantastically right now, converting off of everything. His hit conversion has been absolutely fantastic. Even the smallest hit has allowed him to take the lead in this matchup. And while Babbaloo, that's an early burst for Limbo right there, but it looks like he's trying to play the same game Babbaloo did last round. Early burst, try and maintain the lead, and they both burst early. It looks like both of them are trying to play this hard and fast. They are not. They're going to try and finish this matchup early. But with both of them being without a burst, any combo we see now is going to go to fruition. So we're going to see some big counters go up right now. And already we're seeing some really strong damage get put down by Limbo. He's really playing to Leo's strengths right now. But Babbaloo is slowly but surely digging into that health pool and putting major damage onto Leo. The grab to mix up Limbo, fantastic move by Babbaloo to continue to put this pressure on Limbo. Limbo having very few options right now to try and get in on Babbaloo without it being too dangerous. Gets to the burst back before the round is even over, and he's already back on the offensive. Raven being stuck in the corner. Let's see how much Limbo can work with this. Getting 2 counter hits into 2 different combos. And already Babbaloo's in a really bad place right now. Gets the counter hit off and resets it back to neutral, but Raven's sitting in a really bad position. Raven gets the phase through of the teleport through the projectile and gets the command grab, giving him the first duel. That was a fantastic move by both players, both of them throwing out everything they possibly could. Limbo does not look happy. Gets a huge counter hit onto Babbaloo and then resets the combo, throwing him down to about 25% health. Gets the counter hit into a super, and that is going to absolutely finish that duel. Limbo giving a perfect, sending a message to Babbaloo saying he is not dealing with that at all. And it's looking like Limbo's starting to find those really heavy cracks in Babbaloo's game against the Leo matchup, and that may be character, or that may be down to person, but Limbo is showing out right now, catching the rejected and gets the full counter hit off of that. But Babbaloo bursting out, still at a very low amount of health, but Limbo is showing out right now, showing that he getting the better of every situation that has been shown right now. And Babbaloo is sitting on a very low amount of health right now, while Limbo is able to has the ability to go in or stay out. He has the complete momentum right now. And we are seeing that in play right now. He is staying back. He is allowing Babbaloo to make a mistake rather than him go in for something more. Limbo but Babbaloo's actually etching away this health. It's getting very close right now. But there's a good hit, and there's a counter hit right there, and Limbo takes that third duel, taking it 3-0 against Babbaloo, mighty convincingly right there, with very few problems there. Babbaloo had some very good plays when he was starting out, and was starting to catch every small piece that he could.